I want to talk about emotional changes with MS. The first one I want to talk about is depression. Depression with MS, 50% of people with MS will end up with depression at some point in their lifetime, compared to 20% of people in the average population. That's a high number. So if you ever are feeling like you are suffering from depression, you definitely should talk to someone. And depression is not just, oh, I'm sad. Depression is sad, down, all that kind of stuff for weeks at a time. That's when you need to see someone. And don't feel down about seeing someone. It doesn't make you a weak person. Makes you a strong person to recognize that you need help. Trust me. Um, and also going along with that depression, people with MS are 7.5 times higher than the average population to commit suicide. That is a high number. So when you see that you're suffering from depression, please get help. It's not a bad thing, and you need help. And the medications that are out here can help you. So you know they don't always help. You need to try different ones, but eventually you can find one that will help you. So definitely, if you feel like you're suffering from depression, seek help. So that is one of the emotional changes that MS can cause, is depression. One of the other things that MS can cause emotionally is anger and mood swings and irritability. According to the MS Society, they don't know if that's caused by lesions or by stress. In my opinion, Heather's opinion, which means nothing, is that I think it's lesions. Because before MS, I had control. After MS, I have no control. I lash out, I have no control whatsoever. And then I look back and I think, wow, what was I doing? That was outrageous. And I feel horrible. I have such horrible guilt. And I've talked to many, many MSers who have the same thing. And it's hard for us. It's hard to explain something you don't understand to someone else. So that is another one of the big emotional changes that we suffer from, is these mood swings that we can't control. We feel crazy. We feel like we were losing our minds, because at one point in our lives, we had before MS, we had control of this, and then all of the sudden, we realize that we're moody. We know that we're irritable. We know that we're angry and lashing out, and we look back and we see, that what we're doing is um, ridiculous and not rational, but we don't have control, and we feel awful about it. You people are our loved ones, are the people we care about most, and we feel awful. We feel so guilty. So I wanted to make this so that you guys know that we're sorry. We are trying. It kind of sucks because we have to be held accountable for our actions. There are actions. But it's horrible when you have to be accountable for actions that you have no control over. That's think about that for a second. If you had to be accountable for actions that you couldn't control, it's a hard thing to deal with, because we don't have control over it. We can't control it. And then we have to look back and see, think about what we did and just feel like so horrible. Um, but it's the MS. It's the MS that's controlling this, and we can't control it. We just have to deal with it. We just have to apologize and move forward. But it's the mood changes. It's the mood swings. We become irritable, angry. Another thing that it does for me is that I used to be able to control my crying, where if I would be sad about something, I would be able to control it. I wouldn't cry. I'd just be sad inside, and that would be it. Now, if I have the slightest bit of sadness, the tears come out like a faucet, and I can't control it. It just comes. Complete strangers can say something to me, and I'm crying like a faucet. I just can't control it. It's the MS. It's just part of the emotional changes that we go through. But it's frustrating. It's frustrating for us. It's frustrating for our families, for our friends, for anybody that's around us that has to deal with it. But I want to say thank you to you guys that are around us and deal with it and are still there. And I also want you guys to know that we are sorry, that we don't intentionally do this. I also want you guys to know that we try. that we definitely try, that we put forth our best effort, but we can't control it. It's not something that we control. I know that there's probably many of you out here that are telling someone with MS that try harder, you can control it. I want you to know that we cannot. It's not something we can control. It is this disease. This disease takes control of our brains. That's why later on, we look at it and we agree we were acting irrationally, but we can't control it at that time. The disease takes control. But it's frustrating. So that's one of the emotional changes, with the not being able to control the crying and the anger outbursts, the irritability. It's frustrating. And then the other thing that it can cause with 10% of people with MS is pseudobulbar effect. Pseudobulbar effect is where you will either cry when you're happy, or be laugh when you're sad, like laugh at a funeral, that kind of thing. And that is something that is absolutely caused by a lesion. They know this for a fact. And that is something, like I said, that can happen in 10% of people with MS and other brain injuries. It can happen, from people with car accidents and any of that kind of thing. It is definitely something that is caused by brain injury, brain lesions, that kind of thing. And like I said, that's called pseudobulbar effect, or PBA. There's actually commercials on TV for that. But again, I just wanted to make this just to kind of give people an idea that of what emotional changes happen to you when you have multiple sclerosis, and just give people an idea. There's some other ones, and other things. Obviously, you can go deeper, but I try to keep my videos, under the 7-8 minute mark, so that people's attention span doesn't get lost. So that's about it. I just wanted to keep it there, and I appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and everyone watching my videos. And I just want to let everyone know I'm posting this from my new page, because I actually maxed out on my friends on the other page, so I made a new one, and it's kind of going to be like my video library, so where you guys can find all of my videos on Facebook, and they're real neatly placed, so it's actually going to be a little easier for everyone to keep up. So I appreciate all the support. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll be making another video real soon for the caregivers and the people that love us in our lives. So I will be with you guys soon, and hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks. Bye. All right, shut off.